By day, Evelyn Carter was the dependable computer science teacher at Northwood High, always ready to help a struggling student. Her life seemed simple and predictable, a fixture in the community. But at night, in her apartment lit by the glow of monitors, she became Nick Cipher, a name both feared and revered in the digital underworld. This was a world of encrypted networks and firewalls, where anonymity was power. Nick Cipher was a master of digital intrusion, bypassing security systems with ease. By day, she taught students about digital safety. By night, she exposed vulnerabilities in corporate networks. For 7 years, Evelyn balanced these two lives, never letting them intersect. She was both the shepherd and the wolf, existing in two realities at odds with each other. Her life was a carefully constructed performance, each role played to perfection. The teacher who graded homework was the same phantom who could bring a corporation to its knees. But such a double life could not last forever.
She was the first teacher who actually listened. She taught us to think and believe in ourselves.
Evelyn was our go-to tech person, calm, methodical, always willing to help.
At Northwood High, Ms. Carter was more than a teacher. She was an institution. Her classroom was a sanctuary for students who felt out of place. She connected with those who struggled, offering guidance beyond just technical advice. She ran the after-school coding club, mentoring students through competitions and projects. Her message about using technology ethically resonated deeply. Evelyn Carter was the ideal teacher, nurturing, intelligent, and committed. She attended every school event, her life seemingly an open book. No one suspected there was another chapter, a hidden narrative written in code. She was, by all accounts, the last person anyone would suspect of leading a double life. Her public persona was flawless, her secret life unimaginable. The truth was far more complex than anyone realized. When Northwood High went dark, Nick Cipher came alive. In the digital underground, reputation was built on skill and audacity. Nick Cipher was a legend, her identity a mystery, her exploits legendary. Some thought she was a government agent, others an AI. The truth was more extraordinary. She was Evelyn Carter, a teacher in a quiet town. Her domain was the dark web, where she communicated with other hackers and took on challenges for the thrill. She specialized in finding weaknesses in supposedly secure systems, her methods precise and elegant. Nick Cipher left cryptic messages as her calling card, never seeking money or fame. Her reward was the intellectual challenge, the satisfaction of outsmarting security experts. For 7 years, she built a formidable reputation, respected by all. In this world, she was royalty, a queen in a kingdom of code. No one in either world could have imagined the truth.
Nick Cipher's breaches were surgical. She used a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. Every move was calculated, every intrusion a work of art. She approached networks the way a master surgeon approaches a patient, with patience, precision, and an uncanny understanding of the system's anatomy.
You don't challenge Nick Cipher. Her name alone was enough to send a chill through even the most seasoned hackers. Her reputation was built on legendary hacks, precision, finding the one flaw in perfect systems. She didn't just break in, she revealed the invisible seams, the overlooked details that others missed. She once left a note for a CEO after breaching a major bank, warning of a critical flaw. It wasn't about the money, it was about the message, the lesson she wanted to teach. At the Citadel, she posted the root password with the message: "Locks are only as strong as the people who hold the keys." It was a wake-up call to the entire industry. Her peers saw her as a master, her work studied and emulated worldwide. Forums buzzed with theories about her methods, and aspiring hackers tried to decode her techniques. In a rare interview, she said, "A system is a story. Every line of code, every protocol, is a chapter waiting to be read. I just read the story and find the plot holes." The narrative always reveals its weaknesses if you know where to look. Most security isn't about technology, it's about human oversight. I don't break systems. I expose the stories people try to hide, the shortcuts they take. I just point out where they're already broken. The cracks are always there, waiting for someone to notice. This philosophy set her apart, making her a legend. She wasn't just another hacker, she was a thinker, a strategist. Her hacks became folklore, her style unmatched. Stories about her exploits spread like wildfire, inspiring a new generation. She was the ghost in the machine, the standard by which others were measured. Her presence was felt even when she was unseen. Her approach was almost philosophical. Security as a story, hacking as reading between the lines. She believed every system had a tale to tell. Nick Cypher was not just a participant, she was the benchmark. Her name became synonymous with excellence in the digital underworld. Her legend grew with every breach, her story echoing through the halls of cyberspace, impossible to ignore. Why would a respected teacher risk everything for a secret life online? What draws someone from the safety of routine into the shadows of the digital world? For Evelyn, her daily life felt confining and underestimated. The walls of her classroom, once filled with promise, now seemed to close in, stifling her ambitions. She was patronized, overlooked, and confined to routines that felt too small for her intellect. Even her colleagues failed to see her true potential, reducing her to a role rather than recognizing her mind. Online, as Nick Cypher, she was powerful and limitless. The internet became her stage, a place where her ideas could finally breathe. Anonymity stripped away her identity, leaving only her mind and skills. She was no longer Evelyn the teacher, but a force to be reckoned with. In the digital realm, she was judged by her code, not her appearance. Here, her thoughts and abilities spoke louder than any title or uniform ever could. This world was a pure meritocracy, and she was a titan. Every challenge was a puzzle, every victory a testament to her intellect. The feeling was intoxicating, a freedom she never felt in real life. It was a rush, a sense of belonging and power that she craved. Her motivation wasn't money or chaos, but control and capability. She wanted to prove, if only to herself, that she could shape her own destiny. In her day job, she followed rules. Online, she made them. The contrast was stark, and it fueled her desire to keep both worlds alive. It was about understanding systems so intimately that she became their master. Each new exploit was a lesson, each success a step toward mastery. The digital world was her escape, a place to be truly free. Here she could reinvent herself, unbound by the expectations of others. The thrill was not just breaking into systems, but breaking out of her own confines. Every keystroke was a rebellion, a declaration of independence. Nick Cypher was the expression of the woman Evelyn felt she could never be in daylight. She was bold, unafraid, and unapologetically herself. This need for agency drove her double life. It was a hunger for autonomy, for the chance to define her own story. The conflict between her two selves defined her existence, a constant tension between the world she knew and the world she created. Many of Nick Cypher's activities were legally questionable, but some had a protective quality, especially for her community. Evelyn used her skills to audit and expose security flaws in systems her students used. She saw it as silent guardianship, protecting them from unseen threats. When the school's new portal was vulnerable, she reported it anonymously, prompting a quick fix. The district never knew how close they came to disaster. She found and reported flaws in other school systems, always acting as a silent protector. In her mind, she enforced a higher standard of care. She was a digital vigilante, blurring the lines between right and wrong. For 7 years, Evelyn's two lives never touched, until a major data breach at Omnicorp changed everything. Investigators traced the breach to malware exploiting a zero-day vulnerability. Searching for the origin, they found a similar code signature in a past Nick Cypher hack. Intrigued, they launched a digital manhunt to de-anonymize her. For months they found nothing. Her security was nearly perfect. But a faint digital fingerprint linked activity to a residential network in Northwood. Cross-referencing public records, they found Evelyn Carter. It seemed impossible, but the evidence was compelling. With a warrant, agents arrived at her apartment. They found her grading papers, her hacking setup in the next room. The two lives of Ms. Carter had finally collided. She was arrested without incident, her secret world exposed. The legend of Nick Cipher was unmasked. News of Miss Carter's arrest sent shockwaves through Northwood. How could the gentle, beloved teacher possibly be a world-famous hacker? The disbelief was palpable, with neighbors glued to their televisions, struggling to process the headlines. Parents felt deeply betrayed, their trust shattered, and a new fear for their children's safety took hold. The idea that someone so close, so trusted, could be hiding such a secret was almost too much to bear.
She had access to our kids' data. We trusted her. How could this happen? We thought we knew her, but clearly, we didn't know enough. The PTA called an emergency meeting, and the school was flooded with calls from anxious parents demanding answers and reassurance. But many students rallied to her defense, seeing her as a mentor, a protector, and someone who always looked out for them, no matter what. A free Ms. Carter page exploded online, gaining thousands of followers in just hours as people debated her innocence and motives. Many pointed out that she had protected the school from a major data breach, using her skills to keep students' information safe. To her supporters, she wasn't a villain. She was a digital superhero fighting unseen battles for the good of the community. The hacking community mourned the fall of a legend, fascinated by her true identity and the double life she had led for years. Many believed she got caught because of someone else's mess. Some said society wasted her talent, never realizing what she could have offered.
The story became a national sensation, sparking debates and forcing everyone to question how well we really know those around us, even the people we see every day. Miss Carter's secret life revealed the hidden depths and complexities that can exist beneath the most ordinary surfaces. The person they saw every day was only one part of a much larger, more mysterious story, one that few could have imagined. Her arrest forced the community to confront uncomfortable truths about trust, identity, and the secrets we all keep. The legend of Nick Cipher quickly became a modern fable, whispered about in both tech circles and school hallways. Her story was far from simple, and for Northwood, the questions she left behind would linger for a long time to come. The case of Evelyn Carter, aka Nick Cipher, leaves us with more questions than answers. Was she a criminal or a brilliant mind failed by society? Her story blurs the line between harm and help, rule following and rule breaking. As Ms. Carter, she was a model citizen. As Nick Cipher, she broke laws, but also protected others. Can illegal acts be justified if the outcome is good? Her dual identity forces us to rethink our definitions of right and wrong in the digital age. Her story is an extreme version of a universal human experience. Everyone has hidden depths. In the end, she was convicted and served time. Northwood High moved on. The legend of Nick Cipher faded, but her story lingers as a cautionary tale and a meditation on purpose and recognition. Evelyn Carter was both teacher and transgressor, a reminder that brilliance often colors outside the lines.